is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. Now, everyone up here, we've all sowed and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it, because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saint.
All right, man. 1,000 people need to give $20. Come on. Y'all heard Marvin Sapp. Start hitting that Cash App. Start hitting that Cash App and that Venmo, that PayPal. Y'all heard them. It costs to be watching this. It costs to be watching Keyshawn miss weight. It costs to see Della Santos, miss a bag and ain't fought in almost 2 years. You know what I'm saying? It costs for this intel I'm about to drop on y'all. It costs to be up here, brother. Ah. Yeah. Oh man, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link in the description. You can follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Join the free game 89, join the Patreon, all that stuff inside the link tree. So Keyshawn Davis misses weight. You know what I'm saying? The Devin Haney shit don't miss. The Devin Haney excuse me. The Devin Haney what you call it? Curse don't miss. And Keyshawn Davis never planned on fighting old buddy. He never planned on fighting Edwin De Santos. They said that they threw a party. They said they threw a party at, I think they said at a bowling alley the night before the weigh-in. And this nigga was at the party. Hold on. I'm going to read it word for word. And then what was y'all saying about Halliburton? They signed me out of everything when I updated my profile. That's just crazy. What was y'all saying about Halliburton? They voted him the most overrated player in the league. And look, that's why I say y'all niggas don't know basketball. Y'all don't know basketball. I know hoops. Man, Halliburton, I told y'all what it was, bro. Like, you can't, in my opinion, bro, you can't win consistently with a guy like Jalen Brunson. Hold on. Shit. Man. Hold on real quick. I'm trying to sign in to X. They bored. Updated my browser. It's making me sign in all over again. But yeah, you can't win with when you play like Bronson do, man. The point guard job is to get everybody involved. And then you pick and choose, when you need to score. And when you come out and all you do is score as a lead guard, it takes your it takes your team out of a rhythm. So you want to know why you see Nimyard hit that big shot. Hold on real quick. I'm trying to sign in, so give me a minute. That's crazy. Hold on. I think I might be in. There we go. Yeah. Doing all this grease on my lip and shit. But here it is. But yeah, you got to get everybody involved. That way, down the stretch, you know, everybody in rhythm, then you catch your rhythm. But yeah, I just know a lot of people don't know basketball no more. A lot of players don't know basketball. People on TV talking, they don't know basketball. So, you know, a lot of this shit is just simple. But where else we at with it? But yeah, I was saying, man, I'm logged in. They logged me out of everything, bro. They be updating the browser, and I don't see no fucking no fucking improvement. So, um, hold on, I'm trying to. He said, "Damn, that boy Keyshawn missed weight." They had a bowling event yesterday. He probably was in that shit eating all the chicken wings like a king. He said they was lit last night. I don't know if he was eating the whole damn eating the whole damn bowling alley up, but you know he played with that marijuana allegedly and shit. He in the city, they've been turned up all week. Probably got too comfortable. So this is somebody down there with intel. My thing is this: it's either that, it's either that, it's either that, he knew he was gonna miss weight, and you know, weeks in advance you're gonna miss weight. You don't wait till the week of the fight and start partying and doing all that shit. No, you wait till after the fight for that to happen. Usually, when a fighter miss weight by almost 5 pounds, you know in advance you off. If your camp 8-10 weeks, you know, okay, I got a deficit. You pretty much have an idea the whole way. You have an idea that you're not gonna make the weight. Now, if it's true that he was in the city and he was turning up and his weight got out of control the week of the fight, that just shows that he lacks discipline. He lacks common sense. Why are you partying the day before the fight? My theory is this: he never wanted to fight Edwin de los Santos. He didn't want to fight a puncher. If you're struggling at a particular weight, you definitely don't want to fight a puncher. And Shakur probably told him, dog hit hard. You heard what Brian Norman said. Brian Norman said it's one of the biggest punchers he's been in the ring with. He been in there with Crawford, with a lot of guys. He said, you know, Edwin and Tank punched the hardest. So for the most part, they, you know, I believe Keyshawn Davis trying to cut weight. He had no intentions. He had no intentions on ever fighting Edwin de los Santos. They had no intentions on making this fight. He probably really wanted to fight a little bum ass nigga, but they couldn't really find a bum for him to fight. He had no intentions on fighting this guy. Because if you got to fight, why are you turning up? Think about that for a minute. If you got a big fight coming up, why are you partying? Why are you partying? You got to ask yourself, if you got one of the biggest fights of your career coming up, why are you partying? He was never taking that fight, bro. Keyshawn a whole fraud. He said, perfect. Keyshawn tried to finesse Edwin. He absolutely knew he was not going to make weight. He could have called Edwin team and let them know, but he tried to do the Ryan and Edwin. And Edwin said, you know, Edwin probably got his money. It probably was like, it ain't worth it. You know? And people seen what happened to Devin Haney, and people like, no, we ain't gonna let that happen. Because you know how critical, 4 pounds, a pound is critical when you're talking about making weight. A pound is critical. A pound is critical. So they knew what they was doing, bro. They knew exactly what they was doing. Then he called out Abdullah Mason, knowing that he wasn't trying to fight Abdullah Mason, knowing he couldn't make the weight next. He said he struggled to make the weight in his last fight. Why not just win the title and move up? Then he go out here and he starts crying about fight Red Mondo Mortella. Hold on. Just this right here let you know This right here let you know what type of person he really is. Hold on. This lets you know what type of person he is. If I can find it.
More time. I'm telling you that right now. Okay. Is it just because it's not an interesting fight? It's not an interesting fight. And why do I get more time? I'm telling you that right now. Okay. Is it just because it's not an interesting fight? It's not an interesting fight. And why do I want to pay for another belt? I'm already paying for this joint. Why do I want to go fight for another belt that I got to pay for? If they're going to give it to me for free, then I'll fight Ray more time. But if they want to give me that belt for free, then I ain't fighting him. Also, he got an IBF belt. That means I got to worry about weight. The day and No, when you unify, it's not that? Correct. That's why I still want to pay for another belt, so it don't matter. So tell him do something about that, and then we can probably fight.
But then it's the same dude. That's saying Tank been ducking him, or this guy been ducking him. Dog, these dudes is a rap. It's a rap. Boxing is dead, bro. Boxing was dead. Boxing is dead, bro. Boxing is dead. You had a fighter who don't he got less than 20 fights, or maybe I'm tripping. I believe he got less than 20 fights talking like that. Oh, I don't want to pay for no belt, and I ain't trying to like dog. Like I understand these fighters broke than a motherfucker. I get it. I know. But you got a fighter less than 20 fights talking like that. This is supposed to be an Olympic. What is he? Olympic silver medal? Like, I don't want to see a nigga like that fight, bro. They literally in it for the money, bro. That's it. I'm not. Come on, his name is the business, man. He got 13 fights and he talking like that. 13 fights and he talking like that. Why would I ever want to pay to see him fight again if I'm anybody in Virginia, if I'm anybody in the boxing world? Why would you ever want to see a dude like that fight? Why would you? Well, why would you pay? Why would you pay to see anybody like that fight again? Why would you buy a pay-per-view? Why would you, go spend your hard-earned money? And then they saying people in Virginia down there is mad at Edwin Santos, said he better get out of town. What y'all mad at him for? Be mad at Keyshawn Davis for missing the weight, bro. Not having the discipline. Ain't that wild? They always point the finger at the wrong person. I just don't understand how backwards this thinking is in America. I don't understand it. You got a guy that's just talking strictly from a business perspective. Don't care about the belts. Obviously he showed you he said he don't care about the belts. He obviously don't care about the fans. So why would we should support these guys? And then when you get these top matchups, they ain't no good. Everybody fighting like they scared. Everybody fighting like they scared to lose. Everybody fighting like they scared to lose. They killed boxing, bro. This shit is dead, bro. This shit is dead. And if Bud and Canelo don't bring that shit back, bro, pack it up. Pack it up. If they don't bring it back, it's over with. It dead, dog. It dead. It is dead. It is dead. If Canelo and Bud fight don't bring it back, yeah, it's a wrap. And then you got him, going around saying, yeah, Tank is keeping the sport alive. Tank is keeping the sport alive. Now he turned into a fucking cocksucker. Well, Tank is keeping the sport alive. Like, no, he not. I ain't fighting no Mando Mortella. I ain't trying to pay for another belt. I'm like, dog, look how this dude sound, bro. Look how he sound. And then they had a nerve to say somebody else ducking. Man, I'm telling you, Shakur probably told him, man, don't fight that nigga. That nigga hit hard. These niggas is bitches, dog. And there ain't no other way adjective to use it that can correctly or betterly describe these guys. Am I lying? And this is supposed to be a gentleman's sports. This is supposed to be a sport where it's the savagery. It's supposed to be savagery. And here he is, you know, oh, I ain't fighting him. I mean, I don't want to. So we already know what time he is. Why continue to hunt for belts then? And I'm gonna get to that point. Why continue to hunt for belts then? That's all I ask. Why continue to hunt for belts? Ask yourself that. Why continue to hunt for belts then? Come on. Just get your money and get out. He got the nerve to speak on Devin Haney. He got the nerve, you know, to speak on, you know, Tank ducking and what other people need to do. Bro, you pitiful. Then you got other people, you know, Bud kind of like brushed it off and kind of didn't say nothing, kind of stayed on cold or whatever. And I understand that, whatever, right? My thing is this. These dudes ain't professional, bro. They ain't professional. And like Bud said, I never miss weight. I struggle to make weight, but I never miss weight. Y'all don't see in this new generation, there's a lack of professionalism, bro. There's a lack of professionalism. You know, they go to work, you know, and now they're getting rid of all these jobs, right? You know what? Because you don't go to work with the right attitude. And then a lot of them, they don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? So they don't want to do the work. They want everything to be handed down to them. Like I said, you know, with Keyshawn and Shakur and Ryan Garcia and a lot of these guys, bro, and just to name a few, you know, even, you know, Spence and Charlo, nigga, these niggas didn't want to be fighters, dog. They wanted to be entertainers. They didn't want to fight. I'm telling you, they didn't want to fight. They just wanted to get their money. If they can go play basketball, if they can do anything else to get their money, they would do it. If they could do anything to get this celebrity, you know, or they can get, or this notoriety or get this paper, like they would have chose another route. These dudes don't want to be boxers. Look how the man is talking. Look how the man is talking, bro. I'm not gonna pay for no another belt, and I ain't trying to do, like, nigga, is you broke? And most likely more boxers are broke than y'all know. It's a fact. And these are the life and times we living into, bro. They don't take any pride. It's not just a boxing thing. They don't take any pride. They don't take any pride. They don't take any pride in nothing they do no more. This is why you seeing AI is able to take over with ease. This is why you're able to see AI take over with ease. You gotta deal with Keisha's attitude. You ain't gotta deal with all these young brothers not showing up to work. You know, Soulja Boy had something about, he opened a Subway in the hood to give people an opportunity. He said one day nobody show up to work. He said nobody showed up to work one day. But then they blame people and other black people for not creating opportunity. Right? Come on. They blame brothers for not creating opportunities or sisters for not creating opportunities. People don't want to work, bro. Keep telling you that. They don't want to work. During camp, Bomax said Keyshawn Wade was good. No fat cam needed. Perp and P. Could be lying. He been active. So that's crazy. He been fairly active compared to everybody else. Russell Reed, salute. Said I had a feeling this would happen. Key didn't want to smoke. No, he didn't want to smoke. Niggas just one of them loudmouth, emotional niggas that's jealous. He don't want to box. He don't want to fight neither. He don't like what he do. Niggas just, it was a means to get out the hood. Shit, that Haney cursed themselves taking that Ryan fight. If they had any sense, they would have did what Edwin did and pull out. But then though they had a bad cherry. They thought they had a bad cherry. Yeah, and they just was focusing on the money. When people don't understand, when you just chase the money, it's a lot of bullshit that come with it. When you just got your mind on the bread, you don't see the potholes, you don't see the divots, you don't see the cliff. You just too focused on the money. You too focused on the money. That's all they looking at. It's the money, the money, the money, the money, the money, the money, the money. That's all they're looking at. It's the bread, the bread, the bread. And when you just paying attention to the money, that's how a lot of people get caught up. After he said that about Martella, I'm like, uh-oh. Yeah, you see what type of time he on? Like, nigga's a bitch, dog. I've been telling y'all that. Look how emotional this nigga be getting over nothing. Nigga said that, he don't like Devin Haney because he wanted to be his friend. He didn't want to be his friend. And nigga, like, nigga, what is you, man? What are we, 2 years old, bro? Nigga's a clown. Flat out clown. These the same people that say, oh, this nigga dug me. And then, like I was saying about Boost, dog, like the same thing what I said about Boost. Like Boost literally, could have made, it sounded like he could have made almost $20 million. It sounded like he could have almost made $20 million fighting Teofemale Lopez. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't take the fight. It ain't nobody calling them out on no bullshit. All you have to do is call the bluff like Devin Haney. Like I tell y'all, dog, these niggas is frauds, bro. And they get the media members to do this job to spin it. Eddie Hearn wanted them to take that Virgil fight, and he wanted them to take that Teofemale Lopez fight. That was good. He may never make that money in boxing again. He didn't take it. What's that's really telling y'all about these dudes, bro? It was never about the money. I continue to say that it was never about the money. These dudes wasn't standing on, oh, it's the money, it's the money, it's the money, no. It's always gonna be an excuse why they can't fight. And when they forced in the ring, or when it's time to fight and they make these rendezvous fights, you beat him, then you fight, and then you get to fight him. Then they fuck around and they start losing. Or then if they do get in the ring and fight each other, right? And they do get in the ring and make it happen, guess what? Then the fight is a dud. Niggas fight not to win. They fight not to get knocked out, not to lose, not to get embarrassed, not to be a meme. That's what they fighting for. He didn't want to fight Edwin De Los Santos, bro. He didn't want to fight a puncher. I think that's what it boiled down to. £4 is 4.3 pounds. That's a whole nother weight class. Is they sure he can make 140 pounds comfortably? I say it again. Are we sure he can make 140 pounds comfortably? Come on. Are we sure this dude can make 140 pounds comfortably? I'm asking for the niggas in the back. Can he make 140 pounds? He might not be able to make 140 pounds. Y'all throw out that word weight bully, which I don't believe in. But if I did believe in it, he would fit the bill. I know niggas like him, bro. Grew up with niggas like him, not to be trusted. Any nigga that's emotional and erratically emotional like him, I fuck with them niggas, dog. Same nigga get mad at you and start telling your business or whatever like that, and you ain't even do nothing. He got some misinformation or he mistranslated and he jump on it. That's why him and Shakur get along. They gonna fall out eventually. They two unstable, emotional ass niggas. They some females. I keep telling you that. Keep telling you that, bro. Talented fighters, but Santos did not take the bait. He didn't. If he got his money, then hell yeah, fuck that belt. You sit there, you train your ass off, and then, you know, he pulled this shit. Then you got to remember, he fought an opponent that showed up overweight. Remember that? He fought a guy that showed up overweight. You got to wonder, why did he show up overweight like that? But then again, he did just drag the opponent from 140 back down to 135, if my memory serves me correctly. Right? Come on. He did. Make sure I thumbs up the video. He did that guy just fought at 140 versus Richardson Hitchinson. So what are we talking about? Keyshawn Davis is a product of matchmaking, and I would agree. The first 20 fights, you know, yeah, it's supposed to be matchmaking, and then you progressively start to kind of, you know, move up in the rankings. Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. But the way he talking like he's some type of killer, and they want to make him the face of top ranked boxing. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Tio out here, you know, on the dude who faked his death. Channel, they said, you know, talking about why he didn't fight that. Man, who cares, bro? Who cares, man? I told y'all Turkey was not a good thing for the sport of boxing. There's no like shot at him particular. He saved a whole bunch of guys. He saved a whole bunch of guys that didn't deserve to be saved. Let me say it again. He saved a bunch of guys that didn't need to be saved. That's what I was trying to explain to y'all, bro. Y'all really didn't really understand the angle. Y'all didn't really understand the angle that I was speaking on when it came to this, and I get it. But when I seen him come in the sport, y'all don't understand. Like, TV networks were all out. Now it was an insert on I couldn't find this article to save my life, so I got a couple tricks up the sleeve left for this stream. So some information that y'all may or may not know. So somebody posted the screenshot of article, which I don't know if it's real or not, because I couldn't find the article. And it pretty much said that it's a wrap. You know, that Amazon won't be renewing. Here we go. Amazon won't be renewing the PBC. It says Amazon's current combat sports slate no longer fits the new direction. Premier Boxing Champion is on its way out once its deal wraps up. The focus now is on properties with scale and global pool and advertisers' confidence. So I don't know exactly where they got this particular article from, you know, but for the most part, it's a wrap. ESPN is out the combat business. They no longer gonna carry UFC. They not carrying baseball neither anymore. They no longer carrying boxing. All their money going to SEC football. They purchased that away from CBS. Basketball. They're paying their colleagues a lot of money, which I don't like. I'm not saying who deserve what, but they not that good. I don't even watch it. It's not a Shannon, not on there. Obviously Viacom is out of the business. You know, the Viacom umbrella was Spike TV, which was Paramount Movies. I don't know if it's still there. MTV, BET Plus, CBS, Nickelodeon, Showtime, Paramount Plus app, CBS. They out. So that's large majority. You know, Fox is out, Walt Disney, ESPN is out, and Viacom is out. So really, nobody's looking to get into the boxing business on terrestrial TV. So if it wasn't for Turkey Al Sheikh coming to say they ass, you know, boxing will be completely dead, and that's what needs to happen. It needs to just be completely dead. You know, Pro Box got the right idea. They really ahead of the curve. Let's start some shit from ground zero and let's build it up. While these motherfuckers on their way down, we'll be on our way up. It's pretty genius what Pro Box is doing. It's perfect. It's perfect. Overtime elite boxing, what they doing is perfect. All Turkey want to do is purchase a sport. The Saudis want to purchase a sport and make the home base of the sport the Middle East. You know, Riyadh. That's all they want to do. That's all they want to do. You know, but what he's finding out is that money can't buy everything. Money can't. You can put all these fights together and nobody care. Unless you spending that money, you putting that fight on NBC or ABC, you putting them on them type of slots, nobody gonna care it's on the zone. And then you do tune into the fights. A lot of people complain about the atmosphere. A lot of people complain the fights ain't living up to the bill. When you think about it, Usyk, every time Usyk fight, he kill it. Whether it's Usyk AJ, Usyk Fury. You know, really, other than that, who really went over there? You know, I feel like Better Biev and Bivol. I mean, it underperformed. I expected more. You know, so when you really go over there, what's really been the most elite fight since Turkey took over boxing for real in the last couple of years? It's all involved Usyk. like Usyk has probably got the top 3 fights over there. It has been some good fights, you know. What's the brother name? I like him a lot. The heavyweight. They got the WBC title. What's the brother's name? Eggy Kabal. You know what I'm saying? You know, Zhang, you know, sent Wilder Wig to the upper room, and you know, AJ, you know, sent Ngannou Chin to the moon. But really, what's really been over there? What's been polarizing over there? Yeah, Ngannou dropped Fury, but really, what's been polarizing for the sport of boxing? Nothing. Outside of Usyk has really been carrying Turkey Al Sheikh's boxing. He's delivered every time. You think about it. He's delivered. Shakur done stunk it up. That whole New York City card stunk it up. You know, I mean, I can't think of, you know, who else has been over there? I don't know. Shout out to Gino. Salute. Lil Wayne trash. Let me say that again. I mean, I'm not listening to no nigga over 40, flat out. Other than like Pusha T's Daytona album, I don't listen to old rappers. Maybe Nas. He said Keyshawn just wanted to smoke mid, literally and figuratively. But Turkey Al Sheikh just found out that, you know, boxing got a lot of shit wrong with it. But a lot of the things that's wrong with boxing is what's run parallel, what's wrong with what is these niggas, Gen Zers? You know, or Gen Vers. What the fuck are these niggas, man? I get Gen Z and Gen X mixed up. I think these Gen Z niggas. These Gen Zers and then Gen Alphas and shit like that. What you finding out is that, you know, they don't care about nothing. They don't have a passion for anything. And a lot of that got to do with technology. They was raised off tablets. They was raised off a single mother parenting. They don't take pride in anything. And a lot of times you learn to take pride in a particular job. You learn that from a man. You learn that from a man. They don't have a pride in nothing. You can't even go get a fucking McDonald's sandwich. You shouldn't eat that poison. That shit is poison. Ate that shit in years. You can't even go get a McDonald's sandwich to get made proper no more. You know, you got to go way out to the suburbs to get some shit made the right way. And they might, back in the days, to make it immaculate. It look like the fucking, you know, food in the commercial. You know? Now, Lord forbid it, now it's a crapshoot even out there. But if you go to the hood or you in the regular city, I don't take pride in that. You don't get no customer service no more. They nasty. Even if you come with unique, you come nice, and this generation don't care about shit, bro. They want easy money for no work at all. And that's why it's so hard for a lot of these. That's why it's so easy for a lot of these people that might retired or, they might have been stay-at-home mothers or whatever like that. And, and they just wanted to go back out. Their kids grown, went to college, or they, the kids, going to school now, and they just want to get a little job at Metro PCS or at Burger King or just do something. Sometimes you just want to get out there and do something. That's why it's so easy for them to jump to teenager. They're like, they're taking all the teenage job. The teenagers don't want to work. They don't even want to sell drugs no more, bro. They can't even sell drugs the right way. They too lazy to sell drugs. They want to get on there, think they turn on the camera, vlog, and get a whole bunch of followers, and that's how it's going to go. They don't take pride in anything they do anymore. And this happens when you raised by women, when you raised by tablets, you raised by technology. The kids don't even bring books home no more. I found that shit out. They bring tablets home, or they bring computers home, and they insure the computers, through the school. If the computers break, it's insured. That motherfucker's gonna break it. We wasn't shit with shit. We couldn't even bring 2 gloves home for a week straight. You know what I'm saying? We come home with 1 shoe on. You know what I'm saying? But they don't take pride in it. And you seeing it. You seeing it in the NBA. Oh, we need a month break before the playoffs. Or 82 games is too much. Look at the shift. You know who else don't want to work? Women. Women don't want to work. They're talking about, I want this career. And then it turns real fast into, I'm so tired of working and I want a husband that's just going to pay all the bills. And that's what you get when you predominantly let women raise the children and they don't get even the females get the game from the women or get the male or the men parenting. This is what you get. You get a lot of motherfuckers that's feminized. Soon as something go wrong in something, they want to quit. I had to learn to stop doing that when I was young. I had to keep going. That's what you figure. When they get hard, you got to keep going. I said in the gym, when you get that weight, you go, you want to quit, but no, you got to. Them the ones that build you. It's the same principle in life. When you got to bite down and you got to just, work through it, kind of like the sayings in Dragon Ball Z. Every time you die, every time they have a near-death battle, they get stronger. But everybody wants to quit. Everybody wants to quit or not take passion in what they don't want to do nothing no more. You see it in basketball, you see it and you see it in boxing. You really don't see it in football because if you don't have a passion, like football is tough. If they'll whoop your ass if you ain't accountable in football. It's a team sport and you don't have that many games. So it's pretty tough. Football is different. Like it's the pure anomaly, right? But for the most part, in boxing, you see it. They're not passionate about what they do. And what's so funny, everybody's so money hungry and they're gonna be still broke. Russell Weasley, I say I can't defend that buffoonery he dropped. Madman should be ashamed of himself for co-signing it. Well, sometimes when you got a name, it don't matter what you drop. When you got a name, it's gonna sell. I ain't listened to Lil Wayne since 2009 when he dropped the Carter. What was it, the 4? I bought that shit. That's the last time I bought it. My favorite is probably the Carter 2 or the Carter 1. But yeah, I ain't listened to that nigga past that. I don't really listen. I mean, 09 was like really 09, 010 was the last 08, 09, 010 was the last great year in hip hop and rap. And then if you kind of look at today as far as R&B, well, I'm just figuring out. Well, somebody did tell me this years ago. All the great R&B artists are like underground, like Mooney. I don't really care for her. Money Long. She actually makes some really good music. Mariah the Scientist makes some good music. A lot of the R&B, the great R&B, even some of the the guy singers that you may hear, I don't know a lot of them, but R&B is strictly underground now, strictly TikTok. underground. And Marta Sanchez got some phenomenal music, I must say. Money Long got some phenomenal music. It's a couple other ones. You know, yeah, all the R&B is predominantly under. They make it. You just, you know, Afro beats. You know, I'm not. It's cool. It's a nice little vibe if you smoking and driving or you sipping on something. I'm not a huge Afro beats guy. It's not bad though. I guess the Africans got Wi-Fi. The niggas got Wi-Fi, and they got an iPhone. You need your money. Them niggas start making hits. Women nowadays are 75%. I mean, it's always been that way. I don't think hoeing got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. You know, well, I kind of guess they do if you're not paying attention, you're not raising your kids, but I guess. So I didn't know niggas get up this early on Saturdays. Yeah, nigga. Shit. I've been doing streams on Saturday. I ain't been doing them lately. You know, I've been working. I've been waking up fucking. But nonetheless, I fucked this morning and got that out the way. Usually I go straight to the gym, but I'm gonna go to the gym. I gotta get a haircut and shit. So I think I'm gonna walk this nigga. His nigga knocked out over here. He is out of there. Brother Miles, let's show Brother Miles. Brother Miles is out of there. Our good brother is out of there. Our good brother is out of there. He's out of there. The brother is gone. The brother is gone. But shout out to L5 player. What you change your name for? Them niggas looking. I seen you was arguing with some nigga about a year ago online. Who you was arguing with? Sometime this year, last, you was arguing with some nigga online. You was doing too much arguing for me, dog. I told that nigga eat an AIDS dick, ho. I was supposed to take that nigga down to Easter Market. I might go get him tomorrow. He's somewhere. He with his owner. He with his master. Coleslaw Davis shot himself in the foot. He probably got his money. He said, I'm afraid of the. It's like, what? Them niggas still alive? It's like, what? One nigga left? All right, they got a meet and greet on August. Ask 7A, can I come to y'all meet and greet? Ask 7A, can I come in the meet and greet? Tell them I bring some pig feet, some hog mogs. I'll bring a ham sandwich. Ask 7A, can I come to the meet and greet with the LDBC? I ain't know them niggas still was alive. They're like, yeah, they got a meet and greet. Man, I pull up, bring a ham sandwich for 7A. I bring you one of them these famous corned beef sandwiches from Detroit, bro. Get you some get it to you on damn, what's the bread I be getting on bitches on? I forget the name of the bread, my nigga. I'll get you on the bread. I get some coleslaw in there, dog. Get you you a Swiss or your provolone type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? Thousand Island dressing on there. If you want to cut it down the middle yourself, you can cut it down the middle. You know, I can have them cut it in folds for your fat ass. You see what I'm saying? And you know, get you that pickle with it. Yeah, man. They got some good ass chocolate cake, lemon cake, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, he said, oh, they always kill niggas' pages. They've been killing my page. Yeah, they stay killing niggas' pages, dog. That's one thing we got in common. They still, when I made that video about George Floyd, it was a rap. And I got that notice. I knew it. He said, I'm going to the LDBC meet and greet barbecue next year. Wilder statue. He said, well, good. What happened to the Randy Savage match? My eye got better. It's still swole, though. My eye got better. I got him right here, though. My eye got better. That shit still swell, though. But it's almost 100%. Yeah. Yeah, niggas be killing your shit, dog. Yeah, you gotta pour into your channel, though, bro. That's what it is. Like, that nigga don't never pour into his channel. All that time you been there, like, another part of it is you gotta pour into your channel, too. So, you gotta update the cameras and, you know what I'm saying? And I got so much equipment, I just don't be having time to pull that and hook that shit up, to be real with you. So, eventually, I'm gonna do a calling line real soon. I got a whole bunch of shit. I just don't be having, man. I be having so much other shit be going on. He said he pulled a meet and greet. Dudes were fading in the parking lot for the generals. Wow. He said the shadow band still going hard at you. Yeah, of course. Anytime you speak the truth, it don't mind me. But if you talk ignorant shit, they allow your shit to grow. They always target Black China. Look what they did to Willie D. That ain't nothing new. And I know the niggas in boxing, they be doing that shit on purpose. Like, anytime I talk about the Latino fighters, oh, them niggas get mad. They get mad when I talk about the Latino, man, dog. They don't let nobody on my stream. That shit be funny. I don't know, made me no difference, dog. What Mase said, I did it for the money. So he said, what did he say? He said, used to be murder, but P Diddy name. What did he say? P Diddy name me pretty. Did it for the money. And then which hold on before I move on to this T.O. rumor I got, bro. Hey, this nigga Town said Harlem World barely went platinum. All right, man, I forgot that nigga said that shit. I felt like Harlem World went like 5 times platinum. Yeah, it did, nigga. What is this nigga talking about? This shit sold 5 million. This nigga sold 5 million records, bro. He's talking about he thought Harlem World barely went platinum. Mase was the #1 rapper in 1997. I wonder what it's certified at now. I had to say that real quick. So really, it went 5 times platinum, bro. It went 5 times platinum. It's 4.9. So I'm pretty sure as of right now with streams, it's 5 times platinum. It went on to sell 4.9 copies. With that, but he was right about that double up, double ass. This was ass. This shit was ass. Double up, double trash. But that was because of Puffy. That was because of Puffy don't never let niggas get a second album. This was ass. This was straight up ass. Double up, this was trash. Oh my bad, y'all can't see him. Double up was trash. This was straight up trash right here. He sold 107,000 copies, and it was certified gold 1 month after its release, and it would never went above gold. It only sold 500,000. This was, Puffy did that shit on purpose, but this one went 5 times. Harlem World, he was the best rapper in the world at this time. But that was Puffy for your ass. Puffy did some hating ass shit. The powers that be don't want black channels to blow up. Nope, I already accepted that. I sell crack, nigga. You ain't know that? I sell crack, nigga. I sell crack in the Hellcat. Hell yeah, that's my job. I sell crack. Yeah, I don't fuck with the dog food. I sell straight crack. Watch the feds gonna be at my door. Any crack here? Remember Mase Crew Harlem World, the group, that shitty ass song. I like it, man. I don't think this was, yeah. Harlem World. That's what I was like. I always thought that I always said that Cameron had a better career for sure. You know, Cameron and me was a better rapper when they was, Mase was going at Cameron and shit. I always said Cameron was just had a better career. You know, a lot of his, the majority of his albums was fire. You had Confessions, you had what was it, SOD or whatever the name of the album was. That was fire. Come Home With Me. I think people started really paying attention to him when he kind of got Rockefeller and did, Come Home With Me. That whole album was fire. Yeah, that shit was fire. Killer Season, Purple Haze. Yeah, those shits was fire. Yeah, Cameron was Diplomat Immunity 1, Diplomat Immunity 2. We can keep going on. Cameron, Cameron like my top 25 favorite rappers. I ain't saying all like the best, but he's my favorite. I like him over Cameron. I know a lot of people don't not over Fabulous. I prefer him over Fabulous. But that's just my point of view on that. I know some people disagree, but here we go. So got some more information. He said top ranking the Saudis are tired of T.O. They're working on the WBO to get Keyshawn that mandatory spot at 140, which likely make T.O. whole as drop that belt. So basically what they're saying is that now they're gonna try to make Keyshawn the #1 contender for T.O. belt. The problem there is that Keyshawn lost his belt on the scale. So at one point, and Keyshawn ain't fought long enough at the WBO to be a super champion. He never defended the belt to get the number one spot. So there's going to have to be exchange of funds there. So either Teofemale Lopez or T-Ho Lopez, whatever you prefer, is either going to have to drop the belt or going to have to fight Tio, with Turkey Al-Sheikh getting behind him financially, and Bob Arum's what Bob orders belt is, his power with the WBO. They're probably going to make Teofemale Lopez drop that belt, or he going to have to fight Keyshawn Davis. And like I told y'all, it's not about the money. It's not about the money. If it was about the money and Devin Haney was an easy fight, that's an easy 11 mil. If it was about the money, you know what I'm saying? He gonna get whatever he was getting paid versus Boots, which is supposed to be more than 11 mil, whether it's 15 or 20 mil. He would have fought Keyshawn. He'd fight Keyshawn Davis for the belt, him moving up in weight, and you're gonna get a lot of money. But it's not about the money. It's not about the money. When you start talking about the money, it's not about the money. These guys they don't take pride in what they do. You see it across the board. It's like the conversation we just was having. They don't take pride in this shit, bro. They don't take pride. Nobody got heart no more. Nobody care about their family name no more. Nobody gonna strap their nuts on no more. Nobody gonna do that no more. Real talk. Nobody's really caring about what they stand for. And Gary Anton Russell about to get knocked out. I hope he fight Andy Hiroka. I swear Andy Hiroka gonna knock Gary Anton Russell the fuck out, and I'ma love it. I'ma love it. Russell and Keyshawn a good fight. They know each other. They friends. They ain't gonna fight each other. They friends. We supposed to be brothers. So either T.O. gonna fight. Without that belt, T.O. don't have no leverage. So either he gonna lock down the fight with Haney, lock down the fight with Boots, lock down the fight. Remember, he dug Norman. People forget this. He dug Norman. Boots dug him, but whatever you want to say, dug Norman. He dug Devin. He dug Keyshawn according to Keyshawn. So who he gonna fight? That's the $1 million question. Who he gonna fight? Come on. So if they force that on him, I mean, he still got the ring belt, but guess what? Turkey run the ring belt. Turkey can strip him of the ring belt. So it'd be fucked up if they ostracized him. They brownballed him. Turkey brownballed him, and now he can't do nothing in the sport of boxing. And I know he feel like I accomplished this, and I did this, and I did that, and bro, nobody cares. So with that, T.O. don't fight Keyshawn next and he gets stripped. He ain't got nothing but that ring. They gonna strip him in the ring, but he ain't gonna have nothing. So De La Hoya want to work with him, put him in some pantyhose and have him twerk for him and Bernard on top of the Golden Boy desk. The Golden Boy said they'd sign him and work with him or whatever, but it's a wrap for T.O. Teofemale. It's a wrap. Give up the belt. Fight or give up the belt. And Boots didn't want to fight him, and I never really understood that. If they paying them niggas the type of money they talking about they paying them to fight, I don't get it. And then the good word about Boots is they said now on the Boots is going to 54 where he wants the winner of Zoo or Fondor or the current IBF champ Bakram Mazalia. So basically a title shot within the first 2 fights at the weight. That's the word right now. So, I mean, that's what they saying. That's what they saying about Boots. So Boots, for the most part, is either going to, probably take a tune up and then try to get the winner of Tim Tszyu or Fondor. My thing is they wouldn't give you Mario Barrios, why would they give you that fight? What he holds, the WBA and IBF? And I think Fondor only holds the WBC, so Boots don't even hold the WBC title to get the mandatory. I think Fondor only holds the WBC right now. I could be wrong. Let me double check that. Yeah, Fondora only hosts WBC right now. Y'all really think Boots will go in there? Y'all got any questions? I answer them. Before I get off, y'all think Boots will really go in there and fight? Y'all think Boots will really go in there and get it popping with Y'all think Boots will go in there and get it popping with Mazaliev? I don't think Boots gonna fight Mazaliev, especially not in his first fight at 54. So they saying that Boots is gone. So no Norman fight. I get it. You know, he going. I think Mazaliev. You know, he might get. I think Mazaliev would knock that motherfucker out, but I could be wrong. I'll be pulling for Mazaliev to knock him out. I ain't gonna lie. So maybe he really couldn't make the weight no more. So he got up out of there. So if that's the case, you don't want to be like Keyshawn Davis. Like, don't play with it. You know, what's that female rapper from New York? Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. You know, so, yep. I mean, it is what it is. He said, no question. I got any questions? I answer them. No question. Cameron had the better career than Mase. Cameron had the harder come up too and always made street music. Yeah. Mase, Mase had a buzz in the streets though. So he's gonna listen to Wu-Tang no more. My favorite is Rick James. I still listen to Wu-Tang. I don't listen to any new shit. He said Russell and Keyshawn. He said, yeah, I'm not talking about dog. That nigga's a nut. That nigga's nuts. That nigga called Scotty a nigger live on I'm like, whoa. Yeah, I said it. I said it. That nigga should have been a wrestler. You could tell whatever they accused him of doing, he did it. He did it. Whatever they accused him of doing, he did it. He did it. He did it. He did it. Hold on.
Belief about
no, I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking at him. No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at
him. Oh man, I gotta play that back, though. That shit was funny as fuck, dog.
Belief about
no, I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking at him. No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.
Y'all niggas see Adonis' face, dog. Y'all see it. I gotta play it again, dog. Y'all see Adonis' face, dog.
Belief about
no, I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking at him. No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.
Oh my god, no, that shit will forever. As long as I live, that video will live, bro. He said I was just listening to Killer Season yesterday. Them beats on that I was fired. Facts. This is Mizzle signing out. I don't fuck with that shit anymore. That shit was wild. And say, you looking at my baby mom? What type of weak ass nigga you got? You looking at my baby mamas? Yeah, son. Yeah, don't be looking at my baby mom. Like, nigga, what? What type of crash out niggas y'all got in New York City, bro? Nigga probably had the butters on too. Niggas be ready to crash out. What Finesse 2 times say? He said these niggas be ready to kill you over a bit. He said these bitches put on their own kids. They love you, homie. Don't believe them. That was, hey, look, that's the hardest. That's the hardest I heard a rap song start in a long time. That beat came on, boom, 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 boom. He said, they bitches put it on their young kids, homie. Don't believe them. Calling and asking me for some money like I had it easy. If I ever crossed you out, it was for a reason. He said, nigga, I don't get mad, I get even. I love that song, dog. I love that song, the way that shit started off. He said, these bitches put it on your own kids. They love you. Homie, don't believe them. That's the best game you're going to get on a rap album these days. That's all I had. I ain't got no other questions, bro. I'm going to get up out of here, man. Mari Jones ranked number 14 by the WBC at the IBF. So shout out to Dog. Shout out to Dog. Ammo Williams moved up to 62. He said Keyshawn and Richard Hitchens need to scrap. They've been joined back and forth. Yeah. That's an interesting fight. Yeah, I like to see that. When niggas just talk, they really don't want to fight each other. They niggas just be talking, bro. But that's all I got, man. They niggas just be talking. But peace.